But today, what is going on? Today, what is going on? I'm just asking you. Now, you are saving money. We expect you to use that money to work. Now you are coming back to tell us you are borrowing and borrowing. Doesn't that sound so stupid on your own side? Doesn't that sound crazy on your own side? That Nigeria, as big as we are going out to borrow money while we are supposed to repair our country, to look inward, to see what we can do in Nigeria. We're not talking about that. We're just borrowing. The money you are borrowing for what? You borrow to pay people's salary. This country is useless. To pay Senate salary, you borrow. To pay people's salary in Nigeria, you borrow. God help this country. I don't understand this kind of country that we happen to find ourselves. Tinubu is a madman. See, I want to say this. He could be your president. Listen to me. Let me land. Let me land. He could be your president, but the way he's behaving, okay, let us say the facts. And what do you mean? Hey, person, what? Why would you go and borrow? For what? Okay, for what? It's crazy. All this thing makes me sick. It makes me sick all the time. Why would you want to go and borrow money? You see, sometimes I tell you, do not mind my reaction. There are times I talk, I react negatively because this thing is crazy. What do you know? Why would you want to go and borrow money? For what? They are killing you. I say I should not talk. They are killing your country. When after they have piled up the debt, who will pay it? It's not Nigeria. What I say? I say I should not talk. I should look at. I should be like clapping for Tinubu. When somebody is behaving somehow, I shouldn't address him. Please let's not face the facts. Please let's face the facts. When somebody misbehaves, you tell him he's misbehaving. What kind of thing is this? What money are you pouring again? In this present condition of Nigeria, you are still pouring. This will to tell you tomorrow, you people will say you want Muslim, you want Christian. It doesn't have effect on the Nigerian economy.
I mean, what about the customs?
They are borrowing to embezzle. They are borrowing to embezzle. They are not committing to anything. I said they are not committing to anything. They are borrowing to embezzle. This has always been Nigerian system of government. Borrow and embezzle. Borrow and embezzle. Another person comes in, the debt will be accumulated for him to pay. So I don't understand it. See, sometimes I don't know. See, only God knows. Nigeria is gradually approaching its obituary. That's what it means. We are gradually going down the grave. That's what this. And if we don't act now, if Nigerians don't rise up to say enough is enough to Tinubu, we will go down the grave. But we are not ready to come out. We are not ready to say enough is enough. Stupid people. You say he's a Muslim. Is that how they are taught in the Quran? When Jonathan was there, he was there as a Christian. Is that he was taught in the Bible? When Obasanjo was there, he was doing anyhow. Is that he was taught in the Bible? Yet people say you don't want Olorisha in your country. Stupid statements. You don't want idol worshippers. Stupid people. Why you Christian and Muslim cannot fix the country? Then what happens if an idol worshipper comes to fix the country? You keep saying, I don't want an idol worshipper. But you want Christian and Muslim that will keep reducing our country. Who is Tinubu? Is he not a Muslim? Doing a project upon project that I don't understand. It's quite unfortunate that Tinubu is not my junior. If it's my junior, I will deal with him the way I'm supposed to do with a boy. But it's not my junior. That's why I'm just so tired about it. That's why I can address him as, call him any name, because he's my senior, so he's not behaving like one. But if he's my junior, I will reduce him to last. I will call him any kind of names. Nobody can stop me from doing it. But I'm only giving that respect because he's my senior. But he's not behaving the way he's supposed to behave. In your own way, on your own little understanding, is that how a senior behaves? Is that a patriotic Nigeria behave? Is that somebody who loves this country behaves?
These people are rolling because it gets every logical reason.
I don't understand. See, let me just put Oga. Let me say something, please, at this point. If I continue to talk about Tinubu, I will abuse him. Let me just hang up, please. I don't want to talk about it again. Because if I continue, I will abuse Tinubu. I will call him names upon names, and you will not like it. So let me just hang it here. Let me stop here. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to go further because I could call him names. and I don't want that to happen. That's what I said. Let me, or if you don't do that, change the topic for me, please.
Thank you. 15th December is just around the corner. Mazin Namdekan is having another case at the Supreme Court. What are your expectations? Do you believe it will be released on that day? Based on the position of the court that have declared the stadium operating.
I think it was in your platform, it was in your program that I said it. That if we want to release Mazen Namdekano, the first thing we Igbos should do, we should unite, pick up a date. Let us have 5 days sit at home for the Igbos. You are a businessman, sit at home for 5 days. Let us sing this chorus, release Namdekano. I swear to God, Tinubu, they're not born in Papa, you must release Namdekano. But because Igbos are not we don't cooperate because we're not together. That is why anybody can come and treat us anyhow because they know Igbos are not together. But I'm telling you, if Igbos are together, we are the one that hold the economy of this country. What we are supposed to do, we are supposed to do meeting, pick up a date, Igbos nationwide, the whole Nigeria, sit at home for 5 days. I'm not talking about Eastern sit at home. I'm talking about nationwide sit at home. So you can imagine you selling parts, you didn't go to shop, selling rice and beans. So you can imagine everywhere Igbos didn't go to shop for 5 days. What do you think will happen to the economy of this country? It will be closed down. And we now warn them again that we are going to resume with 1 month old. I swear to God Almighty, who made me, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But because Igbos are not united, we're not doing something. Those so-called Ohanese, those guys with red cap that don't know what they are doing there, they call themselves Ohanese, deceiving Nigeria, deceiving Igbos here and there. They're pretending to talk for the Igbos while they are talking for their pockets. Please, Igbos should wise up now. It's high time we do something concerning Nnamdi Kanu. It is no longer court. Court has failed us. Let us look for another dimension. Let us look for another means so that we can fight this cause and fight a justifiable fight. Let us fight a just fight. Let us fight a right fight. A fight that we Igbos will say yes, we'll beat our chest that yes, we succeeded in fighting. Not by going to court. Court releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Government says no. Which court again are you going to? Is court not there? Can court not do something about government? So that's what I'm saying. So please, let's stop believing on this court case. It's high time Igbos think of another dimension that we can adopt to releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu, if it's not precious to you, it's precious to me. So I don't think if the Igbos should give 5 days to Nnamdi Kanu, that is too much. MC Grandma is saying it, and I'm saying it every day, on and on, that we Igbos should unite, come together, stop business for 5 days for the sake of Nnamdi Kanu, and let the chorus be release Nnamdi Kanu. I swear, Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. You know why? Because we hold the economy of this country. So if we do it 5 days, we will paralyze the economy of this country. And now you are still warning them, you are still going to go on 1 month. So definitely, people will listen to you. But because Igbos don't know their power, so they prefer to be eating turkey, to come out on the street and be talking rubbish. Ladies and Nnamdi Kanu, rubbish Igbos. That is not how to fight for a good fight. That's not how to fight for a justified fight. That is not how to fight it. If you want to fight a justified fight, you must be ready. You must be diligent in your fighting. But we are not diligent in our fighting. So what do you expect? We'll always get negative results. That is exactly what is happening to Igbos. And I keep saying it, even in this country, after Tinubu, an Hausa man climbs the power again, then shame to all you Igbos. I keep saying it. Let's start now by telling Nigerians, come after Tinubu is going to be Igbo. Igbo or no president. Igbo or we divide this country. Nobody's saying that. Stupid Igbos. They are all watching. That time now, Hausa man, of course, Kwankwaso is the next president. He will cross over to APC and is going to be the next president. And Igbo man will be watching. Shame on you Igbos. Sometimes I'm not proud to be an Igbo man because you don't have that thing I think you have. There is a way. Igbos only claim they are intelligent, but you are not intelligent rightly. You are intelligent the other way around. That's the way I see you. Because if you're intelligent rightly, we should know what to do to fight for our freedom. But rather, All of us say we are fighting for Biafra. Won't you fight? We are still in Nigeria. Let's fight for our own rights to rule this country first before we talk about Biafra. You don't fight for what you cannot see. Let's fight for what you can see first. That's the problem Nigeria is having. That's the problem Biafra is having. They keep fighting for what they cannot see. Biafra they cannot reach out to. But let us fight for Nigeria that we can reach out to. No, they will not agree to that. You will be there fighting for Biafra. 30 years, you are not giving power. Sorry to all Igbos. Sorry. I say sorry to all of you. Tomorrow you claim with your stupid ego.
But you know that is their right if they decide, of course, to exit from the Nigerian state as being
I say, listen, Oga, you are not getting what I said. It is their right to exit, but what I'm saying, what you can see first, the Nigeria you can see first, fight for it. Talk less of the Biafra you cannot see. I said, fight. Let us fight for Biafra. Let us fight for an Igbo man becoming the president. Okay, if excuse me, you Igbos.
What are the governors doing?
Wait, let me tell you. Let me ask you. If Itobi had won this election, will you have come up with agitation of Biafra?
No.
I swear you won't come out. Please drop that.
Itobi is immaterial.
Yes,
When it
if
comes
he had
to
won
Biafra
this election,
agitation,
if he had won this election, will you come up with Biafra agitation? You cannot come out.
As far as I know,
Please let us address ourselves the way we should. Igbos are confused. I'm an Igbo man from Imo State, but we are confused. I'm from around this world. We are confused. Igbo should speak with one voice. Let's speak with one voice, please. Not be. You can't be confused and go to war.
No,
you must speak with one voice.
Itobi is just one out of 80 million Biafrans. So
If Itobi had won, if Itobi, wait, let me tell you, if Itobi had won the president, wouldn't it have been declared the president? Wouldn't it have been declared the president of Nigeria?
Who?
Itobi.
So what stopped him from being declared?
No, I said if he had won the election, answer me. Wouldn't he have been?
Won,
yes.
You mean you are not even convinced?
I said if he has won the election, like they claimed, if he has won the election, wouldn't he be addressed as president of Nigeria?
He claimed he won, but was denied.
Then what are you saying? He would have been addressed as president of Nigeria, not president of Biafra. So think well before you talk, please. That is what I keep telling you, Biafra. He would have been addressed as president of Nigeria, not Biafra. And so what are we saying? So you think, and now, he as a president of Nigeria, do you think P2B will be there? One group or set of people will be claiming Biafra. He will not wipe them off.
In what respect?
Do you think P2B will be there? Some group of people will be claiming they want Biafra under his government. P2B will not wipe them off.
Against people's will and opinion.
Thank Oga. So you think you want to tell me that if P2B is there, some group of people will be saying Biafra, Biafra. P2B say yes, Biafra.
When he was a governor, we are there not.
What did he do to? What did he do to? What's up? What did he do? He wiped them off. P2B wiped them off. What are you? You want to come and spoil my government with your rubbish? Nobody does that. Even if you're the president, you wipe them off. Calm down. Let's see where we're going to. That's what I would say to Igbos. Calm down. Let's see. Let's try to see Igbo presidency first. Let's see where we're going to. Please, thank you very much. I don't want to talk again because if I keep talking, I could offend so many people. So with my few points, I know I am right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Grama, for your wonderful submission. We deeply appreciate your presence here. We have with us here no other person but Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, good morning. As you come, of course, before the camera. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
With this following prayer, what is left for you? Have you felt the impact of the money that has been borrowed over the years? That captured in Nigerian projects, how has that affected you?
A lot. Good morning, Kowe TV. Good morning to all our listeners and the diasporas all over the world. I say good morning to each and every one of you and happy Christmas and prosperous New Year in advance. Mr. Chigozie, I am one of the people that will always advocate for the right thing to do by the government. The government have not really imparted anything. There was nothing like impartation of life to most of the lives of Nigerians, because what we are busy seeing is nothing but what we are busy seeing is nothing but wasteful and total expenditure that was not even bearing to the norms of Nigerians and the standard of living. Yes, the standard of living of Nigerians has not been met with most of this borrowing. Sometimes I always call the attention of financial expatriates to always come to the aid of most of these governors and governments to give them what I may call financial advices on what expenditure is all about, and how you keep on borrowing money and what effect it's going to have in the life of Nigerians. It's all about borrowing.
Is it that they don't know the consequences of
They
borrowing?
don't know, my brother. See, they see most of
They care less about
you.
impact.
Whatever you will say about this, that is just their point. That is just what they thought of you and I. Because you cannot keep on borrowing. At the end of the day, it has nothing to, as in the ones that you have been borrowing, what happens to those money? You have not even seen any tangible things you have used the money to achieve, and then you are there borrowing again. We have not seen any meaningful. Is it the road? Is it the schools that has gone down and the Nigerian school is no more the way the way it's been expected? Is it hospital? You can no longer go to hospital and see yourself being attended to in a professional way by most of these medical doctors. Mostly they will tell you there's no medicine, there's no drugs, there's no this. Do you want to take these people? They knows that whatever they are doing is as bad as anything. You keep on borrowing money. Why are you borrowing money to what extent? The ones that have been borrowed, who will pay for such money? Who will pay for such debts? The money you keep on borrowing, who will actually pay for such money? We don't know. I don't think that most of this government actually, sometimes you ask yourself, these people, are they human beings at all? Do they really have senses at all? Do they really think at all? We have some financial experts that you have come in place to must have given you what I'm going to call financial advices. Expatriate advice for you to know the implication of borrowing, and even if you are borrowing, are you going to channel this your borrowing to what I may call infrastructural facilities of development in Nigeria to the masses, or what chance of development have you been able to meet in terms of borrowing this money?
Yes, the
We are not saying
debt is over 51 billion.
that is the problem, Chicos. Here, that is sorry.
You expect to pay this money?
You cannot pay such money when you keep. See, my brother, life is all about when you borrow. It's just like you don't have anything at home. You decided to go to most of these commercial banks to borrow. In the sense of when you borrow, it is only when you pay back. That is when the people. You remember what happened. Most of these people, they are not going directly to most of the country they borrow. If from one country to another, that's what the Nigerians are doing. That's what this country. That is what these governments are doing. They will borrow from this country. They will borrow from this country because they know quite fully well that going to one particular country, nobody will even give them a listening ears. Whatever these people are doing is not even in order. We know sometimes.
What about the sales from Kudoye? What about the immigrations, other mineral resources, where money is being generated?
That is exactly what I'm saying, Mr. Chigos here. The most important thing this government would have, you fix most of this economy, fix most of this our company, so that there will be much money will be generated towards all those places. But you are not doing it. What you are after is nothing but to borrow money to an expense of who? Who is going to pay? That's the question. Who is going to pay this money that the federal government is borrowing on a daily basis?
Those borrowing the money might not be there.
That is the problem. Because most of them are nothing but just at the road of going back to their ancestors, joining their ancestors, and leaving Nigeria in a total debt. It is not conducive. Sometimes let them do things in such a way that posterity will always remember them for good. But I don't think they are mostly after what posterity will actually remember them for good. It is not fair. These people, they know what they are doing. It's just that they want to just impart poverty to the lives of Nigerians. Statistics will always tell you that you, as an average Nigerian, you own you own China not less than 1 million naira per each ahead of a Nigerian. A China here. Look at most of these are companies in Nigeria has been taken away by foreigners. Nothing is working again. People are suffering. Nigerians are the ones producing one of the highest graduates in the world. But the total number of is not by the level you produce, it's by the total number of people that will be as in that will be given jobs at the end of every you service every 1 year as a copper. But what they are after is nothing but to improve to suffer the lives of Nigerians. So the borrowing is not in accordance to the standard of living of Nigeria because we are suffering. An average Nigerians can no longer come out publicly and tell himself truly that this is what is going on.
So what can Nigerians do to stop this borrowing spread? What can Nigeria do at this time?
My brother,
Because it's getting out of hand.
what can you do? Do you think?
The unfortunate thing is that the federal executive council, the senators rushes to pass the bill, to assent to the bill, to borrowing, without having any recourse.
My brother,
that have been borrowed before. What have you using?
my brother,
Is it not prudence? Is it not common sense?
my brother, I
When
am.
you borrow money, what have you been? What can you show for the ones you have borrowed? And then we approve another borrowing because they have their own costs.
My brother, we are suffering. We have to be honest. We are suffering in this country. We are suffering, my brother. Nothing is working anymore. There's bitterness in my heart. We are suffering, Chigozie. You can see it. Why will you keep on borrowing money just because you want to satisfy your selfish interest without even looking at the people that voted you into that particular office? You said, what can an average Nigerian do? An average Nigerian cannot do anything. There's nothing you can do. Do you think we are practicing democracy in this country? Come out publicly and criticize the government. Tomorrow they'll be hunting you. Tomorrow they'll be looking at where you stay for them to bring you down. Is that the kind of government you are talking about? Is that what an average Nigerian should do? In a situation whereby there's a well standard democratic system of government, every average Nigerian in every country, as long as it's a democratic system of government, has every right to go publicly and criticize the government. When you know fully well, this is part of the ingredients of democracy. But when you cannot be given the rights, the room, and the chance to criticize the government, what are we talking about? And then you're asking me, what can an average Nigerian do? An average Nigerian cannot do anything. The senators in which we have voted in, as in the senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the president himself, that is there. You don't have the interest of the masses at heart. What is your problem? What is your problem?
Between the political class, the political to rip off the masses.
In those days, let me tell you,
Nobody to pay to share among
hold on, let me tell you.
They can easily affect the bill.
Hold on. Do you know that?
Those are part of the problems of the.
Do you know in those days when hold on. In those days, when the democratic system of every country is well standardized. Are you getting me? You look at there's only a power tussle between the executive and the legislators. But now you can hardly hear that there's always a power tussle. There's only a loggerhead between the legislature and the executive, because all of them are coming together to borrow money because there's always interest being given to each and every one of them. Everybody, do you know that today the president is about presenting money he needed to borrow from another place? And the senators will okay to that. There's nothing like
8.7 billion.
That's exactly what we are saying.
In addition to 100 million euros. Just in less than 7 months.
Somebody will say.
Man has been touring the whole country, seeking for where to borrow loan, and he says he's looking for investment.
Because we are suffering.
The internal configuration nothing to write home.
I don't know what to say again, because we are suffering. It takes only God in heaven to come in and rescue this country from the hands of vampires. I call them vampires because Nigerian politicians are vampires. These people are nothing but so wicked to some certain extent that they don't even know the value of human beings anymore. Is that the kind of people?
Is that the military capacity he claimed to have
Oh my God.
mastered the problems of Nigeria and will fix it? Because there was a viral video. Today is 29th of November. From 29th of May to June, July, August, September, October, November makes it complete 6 months. And he said that the only way for Nigeria to move forward is to vote out Jonathan. Once Jonathan is voted out in 6 months, Nigeria will be swimming in crude oil, in fuel. There will be constant electricity. And 8 years after the destructive dispensation of Buhari, he now ascends office of the president of this country. 6 months down the line, Tinubu could know, of course, stabilize the power generation in Nigeria. And today, Nigerians are buying fuel at almost 700 across ports. Look at the exchange rates of dollar to naira. Everything is collapsing. And what he could do is to resort to borrowing. Is it the state of despondency? What nature of humanity or personality do we have within the corridor of power? Who will only make empty promises 6 months down the line? Nigerians have not found their bearing. So, what can you tell about this dispensation?
Chigozie, I sometimes, whenever we leave our various houses to come over to this place, just to say whatever that will come out from our mouth, I know that most of our diasporas, these are people who knows better than we do that are watching us today. It's not that they don't know the level of inhumanity that has been meted on this country by most of these vampires. Chigozie, you are talking about the level of what Tinubu have said some years back during Jonathan. I can show you, I have it on my clips. You said there's going to be power supply in 5 months, and every average Nigerian, there's going to be every year, we're going to have about 3,000 jobless people that will be employed.
3 million jobs.
3 million jobs.
3 million jobs.
Now ask yourself this question. How many people have been employed? Chigozie, do you know when we finish our universities?
How many people are returning their jobs?
Chigozie, do you actually know when? Chigozie, hold on. Do you know when we finish our school? There's no job out there. Somebody will tell you that you should go and start off a business. Where is the money? The government is so wicked. These people are so wicked. Do you know that sometimes you look at these people as if they are, I ask you a question, are they really human beings at all? I'll give an example. A man who said in 5 months, in 6 months, there's going to be steady power supply in this country. Unemployment will be addressed. What is going on now? This is almost 6 months now. What are we seeing? I will give you an example again. Do you know that Ondo State Governor, I think he's sick, right? The sick governor. Do you know that I respect that man a lot, but sometimes they cease my respect. Do you know why? This is a man who was one time the Nigerian Bar Association chairman some years back during Jonathan, during Yaradua, and the Yaradua was sick to some certain extent. And the same young man came out and he came out on different national media, both paper, NTA, and every other thing that if the heads of Yaradua cannot carry him any longer, he should resign so that Jonathan will become the president. And this is exactly what happened. This guy, Jonathan, became the president. And then what really happens to him, knowing fully well that you are nothing but one of the people that preaches such thing during the ill health when Yaradua was ill. And then today you are ill, what stopped you from resigning so that somebody will take over? What is your problem? Do you think even your enemy, do you know that even your enemy will congratulate you when you decide to say, yes, today I am resigning from this seat as a governor of Ondo State? I'm giving you an example how wicked these people could be.
They don't have integrity.
They don't integrity, they can only lie to you just to be there. A man, you said this young man should resign so that Jonathan will become the president.
Because he's incapacitated.
Thank you very much. And then today,
Of course, it has gotten to him.
this is the level
And
now.
he refused to tender resignation.
You refuse
Hand over to the
to hand over. So what exactly are they trying to preach to us? So when you look at this,
standard man.
when you look at the most of these politicians, sometimes my brother, we are surviving in this country by his grace. To eat is a problem. To even feed yourself is a problem. Because do you know that today is 29, almost getting to the last day of November? If it were in those days when things were normal, by this,
Allah, they want to say, can we agree a constitutional review? That could amount to political suicide.
do we?
Uh, Ever since, as old as Nigeria, there have been conferences and constitutional review which have not been implemented. In 1963, the Abuja Accord, the Confab of 2014, and less lists. So,
Nigerian constitution still
effectiveness on the part of the political
Thank you.
allow such
to take place.
to take place because they stand to benefit more if the country remains ungovernable.
What law are you talking about? What constitution are you talking about when there's no constitution in this country?
Where is the law?
Where is the law, Mr. Chigozie? Okay, let me give you an example. Do you know that when I lost my parents through Boko Haram, I told you this before, we went to one of the refugee camps there in Kaduna just to seek for help because a lot of people whom parents died because of this Boko Haram issue were among my mom and dad. We went there, as in when I lost both of them, we went there just to see if first thing they will ask you, which party do you belong to? Where, this and that. At the end of the day, you keep on asking yourself, what has life and humanity got to do with somebody that wants to help you? You can see your local government, and it's not even your local government because they will ask you who sent you. Where is the? Do we have any top governmental officer that sent you to this place? That was how I lost the death of my mom and my father. Till today, I'm talking to you in Kaduna. Forget about whatever these people are. These people are nothing but so wicked to some certain level. Somebody was saying some time ago that somebody should come and adopt him and take him anywhere. I am not even looking for somebody that will adopt me. If I'm looking for somebody that can even take me in his head, take me to anywhere, because Nigeria is finished. There's no more constitution in this country. Where is the law? You talk about the law. Go to police station now, you want you. Nigerian constitution, what does it say? That bail is free. Go there now, you want to bail out somebody. At the end of the day, you look at yourself as if you are nothing but a fool. A policeman will tell you that they don't even have so many things to write. Bring money for this. Is that the kind of country we should be running? And most of these politicians are seeing what menances that is going on in this country. That is why sometimes I will advise most of these our brothers in diaspora, remain there. The country is so bad. Remain there. Remain there. If you're in America, God bless you. Enjoy yourself there.
I was outside and the police came after those guys that were selling marijuana. When the guys fled, we are watching the drama, and they came after us and said the instruction is that everybody they catch to come to the station. I said, for what? We are just safe here. We are discussing. We are not part of we saw them when they moved and when they are testing the people. Do you know? They said there is an order from the command that they should wake people and extort them. That is what they do. We are asking, what crime did you commit? We are not in this crime scene. We are not, you just saw us discussing, sitting down at the front of a shop, my friend's shop, discussing about you come and ask us to enter motor. We ask you why? On what ground? You start beating most of us. That is the madness, the level of partiality. Where is the law?
Chigozie, there's no law
And
in
you have
this
to
country.
pay, you have to lobby them
There's no law. There's no law.
before they can release you.
We, Chigozie, we are
Unless you
suffering.
are highly connected.
Chigozie, we are suffering. There's no law in this country. Talking about whatever grammar, we need to come out here every day. You come out here, you speak big English. There's no need. I am not the type that will come out here and start giving you history. What happened in 1970? I will tell you what is happening now. Nigerians are suffering. If it is history, most of these people in diaspora, they know history more than you. And then God have made it in such a way that there's you can Google and read your history anywhere. What is happening in this country is that we are suffering. The government have succeeded in destroying the image of this country. A lot of people have talents, but how can you be able to prepare those talents? What the government is after is nothing but to kill your talent, so that sometimes you know that because you have somebody that can invent a plane or somebody that can do any other thing, but simply because he is not from a wealthy family or he's not from one political politician or the other, at the end of the day, they will say no to that. Nobody will support you. So what are you saying? So we should always tell ourselves the truth. The government is somehow selfish and barbaric. They are not in accordance to the aspiration of the masses. They have failed themselves, thinking that they have failed us. What are we saying? So if we should come out here and say whatever the truth should be, Nigerians are suffering. Nobody is spending anymore. Ordinary Gambia here. Do you know that Nigerians are even praying to go to Gambia? Do you know that Nigerians are even praying to see themselves in Zambia? Do you know that Nigerians are even praying to see themselves here in Uganda, which you regarded as one of the nation that you never even prayed to be? But today, it is one of a country where you are also praying every now and then to find yourself there. So that you can, there will be nothing but an escape route for you. Nigerians are suffering because Christmas is around the corner. In those days before, 2 years ago, by this time you begin to hear some aromas of Christmas. What I mean by aroma, I don't mean stew or any other thing. You begin to see that the atmosphere will keep on changing. Things, smiles in the face of everybody, signs, but nobody is happy. Nobody is happy anymore. We are talking about. I'm giving you an example. People, with someone you don't give a child food now in Nigeria and tell him, are you satisfied? What you have to ask him is, I hope so you don't chop.
Honestly, one of our respected viewers said that it is not just affecting the people here. Okay, here says, do you know that, based on population, whatever. Well, what one of our respected viewers said, that the pains and the agonies Nigerians are passing through is also affecting them in that for a while, because even people who don't call you before,
We start calling you. We start calling you.
they are calling you. People who will not ordinarily call you and ask how you are faring. And when they call you now, they will be asking a beg, and you help.
Chigozie,
They are also feeling the problem.
that is the problem. But what I'm praying for,
Affecting them.
Chigozie, what I am praying for our diaspora is that God will continue to give you what it takes. If it is help, God will continue to enlarge your cost. God will continue to enrich each and every one of you. It is not easy with us here. We are suffering. Anybody that will call you and tell you what Nigerian is all about, that is not the truth. An average Nigerian is suffering. Nigerians are not happy anymore. You cannot eat. This is Lagos. Somebody, your phone will just ring. The next thing that will come to your mind, what are they demanding from you from village? You'll be afraid because there's no money. You yourself, you have not even feed yourself 1 square meal a day. Talk less of someone calling you from village. Our diaspora, God will continue to enrich you, even for showing love to each and every one of us here. God will not abandon you. As God did not abandon his sheep, so he will not abandon you. Your cost will be enlarged, each and every one of you. Professor J. Okwadi, good morning, sir. Mommy Joy, I greet you. All of you in diaspora, God will continue to enlarge your cost. Whatever,
Amen to that.
my brother, it is not easy here. Let's continue to tell ourselves the truth. You cannot just come out here every day and clap your hands and pretend as if something is good.
But
Any man that is
Nigeria
good,
must act now because it's not.
Chigozie,
Now all this money wey you dey borrow, we no dey feel the
we
impact.
need a feel now. We are not seeing anything.
40 years now, plus, and I have not benefited anything in Nigeria. Even the water, even the sun set, sometimes it's too harsh. Because of
Chigozie,
the level of smoke. I was
Chigozie,
moving, I saw smoke everywhere.
Chigozie,
I said, is it part of how
Chigozie, we are hungry. If you are not hungry, I'm hungry. Nigerians are hungry. God should come and remove most of these evil politicians in our side. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chigozie.
And watch this heartless and clueless individual continue to ruin the destinies of millions at their own, of course, pleasure, at their own interest. No, it is never done and can never be tolerated. It is high time to rise and begin to hold them accountable because how can you continue to borrow under 6 months? You have borrowed, only God knows how much. You see, we have that. We say we have natural resources. We take goods. Immigration, custom will declare millions of naira they generate every month. Where are those money going? Those government agencies. You see, is it now one man business? We have NNPC and whatever. Quite sad and I'm not happy. Because, of course, millions of Nigerians, hundreds of millions of Nigerians are not happy with the development. And we hope the moderate coherent position for us to confront our common enemies. Thank you so much. Mr. Fans, remember, please kindly hit the like buttons. Until we come your way some other time, remain blessed and God keep you, continue to bless you as you extend, of course, your hand of fellowship to anyone residents within this country called Nigeria. God will abundantly reward you. Good morning for everyone who has been tuning in day after day, of course, watching us and supporting us. God bless you. Continue to be an inspiration to your generations and everyone around you. May someone have a reason to live because you are existing. Thank you so much. May someone's life be encouraged because you are existing. God has given you such opportunity and resources, of course, to extend to all. Not that you don't have problems, but out of the midst of your problems, you could reach out to all and sundry because of the pains and sufferings going on here. My prayer is that the good Lord, the Almighty, the Chukwu Kikabiama, who sees in the secrets, will reward you openly. Thank you once again. And my big shout, of course, to Mommy Joy. Thank you so much. Mr. Michael, Savior, extend his greetings to you this morning. And of course, to everyone who has been so supportive and encouraging in their words and in their actions, in kind and in kind. Thank you so much. And God's Almighty continue to bless you all. The list is endless, and we want to use this opportunity to appreciate, of course, everyone who facilitated with me and my family yesterday on the occasion of my child's ninth birthday. Great marks the ninth birthday yesterday. And if you don't mind, I'm still expecting, of course, the gift that may roll in regards to that. Thank you so much. Remain blessed. This is Lagos today. You can feel, of course, the environment, how things are moving. This is coming live and direct from Cowweb TV. Wishing you the best. Stay safe and remain blessed. It will come your way in the next edition.